Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Today is Monday. It is, where are we here? It is the 24th of May. Time just marching on. So we're just about through the month of May here. Sure hope you paid all your taxes and stuff. In fact, actually, was just going through the numbers here. And turns out the government wants more money from Brian. Imagine that. Oh well. As well too, had a really fun broiler chicken show yesterday, sort of talking about the craziness of the market here, and also a little bit about our plans to get a Hawaiian retreat going. And actually, I'm super excited. A lot of people really want to participate in this. And I think it's a good karmic next step for us. So if you are interested, check out those videos, what I'm talking about. Yesterday's broiler chickens, I think I mentioned it a little bit in some of the free videos. Pop on the site, watch daily briefs, watch the... today's daily brief was like 2 hours, so certainly not brief, but definitely daily. And I talked a little bit about the plan there, and then of course markets and what to expect going forward here with things like cryptocurrencies. Today's kind of a funny day, being Monday. It is actually technically a holiday in my country. We are celebrating Queen Victoria's birthday. It's interesting, in our day trading room, we have an Irish patriot who runs the day trading room, so clearly he had no interest whatsoever in celebrating Victoria's birthday. If anything, is like, go to hell. But it's interesting how, obviously UK, they're watching Victoria's Day, and then in Europe, there's also holidays. But in the States, no holiday, regular market day. So kind of funny price action. You have to remember, on these holiday window events, you get the often really weird sort of position squaring. Most of the banks, they're closed. And as I said, like, basically the broader whole economy here in my country is closed right now. So it's not really a fluid day. It's kind of one of these choppy holiday sessions. We got some stocks that are just absolutely going for it here today, and hats off to Kevin. He's got a whole whack of this one on the books. I don't know why, but for some reason I missed this trade. But man, this is everything that we do at TRI. It just makes you sick to your stomach when you see this after the fact. It just drives you crazy. I mean, reload zones. Look at that. Look at that nice, beautiful triple W bottom down there, and boom, money, money, money. So even on these holiday sessions, there are TRIers who are, I don't know, Kevin, did you get a double off on this? Is this coming into double levels for you? I think he said he was long this one.
Not a second double yet.
No, not on the second one yet.
No.
All right. Well, oh yeah, I guess so, eh? Like $1. I don't know where you bought it, but I guess $2.80 would be one. So you got to get up into sort of this $5-6 area for your next one, eh?
Yeah, totally.
What a tough life.
So it looks like,
Considering there are a lot of people in crypto that their chart actually looks the exact opposite right now. I think you got to be pretty happy that your charts are looking like that, dude. Congratulations. Nice trade.
Woo!
In a weird sort of way that you can sort of see that this, actually, that's not what I wanted to show you. Other screen, Brian. Other screen. There we are. US dollar. Yeah, that's the second yawn in a row. What the hell, man? I think I gotta go back to bed. Sorry for the yawns. US dollar index itself kind of down on the day, but again, holiday session. I don't know how much I can believe into that. Knee-jerk reaction out of risk assets seems to be up now, and it was almost like crypto is weighing on the market coming into the end of last week, and technology stocks and Mr. Dickhead Tesla guy, And it almost feels like somebody breathed a sigh of relief, and it might even be from the crypto experience. But interestingly enough, you've got the gold kind of not really doing a hell of a lot. Bonds, trying to carve out a double bottom here. Holiday session, though, I don't know whether I can really believe too much of that. Look how the crude oil, man, they rallied this thing back smartly here today. And there's the stocks. Geez, looks like the S&P 500 putting in a inverted empire, fractal bottom, and a double bottom breakout. Gee whiz. Be interesting to see what happens over the next day or two. Do we bust to new highs? Considering the Feds basically said, hey, free money. We did get a sort of backing off of that inflationary pressure. But now that the oil's jumped right back up against the top end of the range, we're probably going to see that inflation push again. I don't know. I seasonally, sell in May and walk away. I would be on pause in the stock market anyway. I really haven't been buying anything in the stock market. And as I showed you, there are names popping off, stock pickers, markets kind of stuff. I noticed that a lot of those tech names like Mr. Wonderful and all the mutual funds and stuff that own him, like Kathy Woods and all that, they're all trying to bottom, and I think they're going to enjoy a little bit of a rally window here. Along with sort of crypto, looks like it's enjoying a bit of a rally window here, kind of maybe dead cat bounce kind of thing. Junior stocks relative to senior stocks, though, not really very uppy. So senior stocks catching a bid, and I would imagine junior stocks catching a bid somewhat as well. But small stocks versus senior stocks, not really doing very well. Probably also too a great testament to our trend line ideas. So as you can see, valid trend line off of the top, not really a buy signal on a break of the trend line. What you really need to see is market structure bottom W. On the other side, on this side of the trend line. And you can see, there's a hell of a fight going on here right now. So, up, down, up. If it can W out here, then hey, we're back into risk-taking mode. But right now, I think the jury's still out. And today being a holiday, I think you got to be a little skeptical. Price action. So, not really buying any new stock. I got tons of stock on the books. I certainly don't need any more. If names start looking better, maybe I'll step in. But I don't really see anything that really grabs my attention. We'll have a TRI SOF meeting tomorrow. There were some warrants that were interesting. There was one warrant that we went through this morning that looked kind of interesting. I might take a look at that. Crypto, I get the impression there was a little bit of a I don't know how you describe this. Mini capitulation, maybe? I heard one cryptocurrency in particular kind of got its nuts caught in the ringer. Luna. But ironically enough, when these coins get their nuts caught in the ringer, that to me actually is, all right, well, now you can start thinking about buying a name that's just gone absolutely apeshit to the upside. So LTO, for example, we have actually probably better to look at this versus US dollar. We have site CTO Sjord, who was super insanely bullish of this story on the way up, but I'm not allowed to chase. So, work stink bids, and you can see, ba-ba-da-boosh, ba-ba-da-boosh, boo-boo-boosh. My bids are getting filled. So, feeling pretty good about that. That's basically what I want to be doing, buying when they're crying. Don't chase. Reload zones. If I want to really sort of jack this trade, then what I really want to see is maybe like something like my momentum indicators do not go to new lows, but price does, and we get a divergence in momentum. That would be awesome. Something like that. And then finally, on the other side of it, I get a beautiful little W that frames my risk on the trade. as you can see, that might be like a good 6 months down the road. But this is, in my opinion, perfectly nibbleable. Nanny nibbles, all that kind of idea. Coming in, we are at or below reload zones. You can start to just nibble away. So this would be like 1%. All right. Then another. Excuse me. Another 1% down here. Then as divergences, maybe this divergence confirms. So here we could go another 1% here. Then maybe on the double bottom, we can go another 1% here. So by time this thing actually does start turning back up, in this particular scenario, we'd have about a 4% stake risk, which isn't bad. Just try not to ever break that 5% rule. If you break the 5% rule, you are just asking for trouble. Well, that's terrible for. But you guys get the idea. So by time we get to sort of this point in the story, I'm loaded up. So nibbling right now. And as I said there a moment ago, a name like this Luna got their nuts caught in a ringer. I don't even really care about short-term price action. Don't even really care about the FUD. What I really care about is, fundamentals. I think people have said fundamental story is pretty solid. We talked lots in the daily brief today about first movers, right? Well, first movers are able to capture these absolutely insane moves, but first movers are sometimes susceptible to maybe this story is a little bit premature. Maybe it still needs a bit more work. That's why I'm a big fan of reload zones. So, we let this happen. I can't touch that through there. But now, I can start thinking about nibbling. And I actually woke up, I think it was, this morning or yesterday. And the price had dumped into like these levels against all these lows. And I was like, I like this story. So in goes a nibbling campaign. Same thing I just showed you on that Luna, right? I'll throw in 1% here because we were below Mountain Man, so that was a gift. Actually, I think, believe it or not, the fill came in like down here, which is really nice, but let's assume that it's there. It doesn't really matter. I'll look for another 1% on good old 78.6s. You know how much I love that level. And I have another bid working at 88.6 down here. So same sort of thing. And quite often what I find happens is eventually the market actually bottoms right off my 78.6. So my hunch is this trade's going to play out exactly the same as that LTO. A week ago, I couldn't even look at this thing. Couldn't even consider it. Couldn't touch it. Couldn't do anything. Because it was up here. Wait for reload zones. Patience and discipline. This is my trading plan. I got to fill. Now you can see it's jumped back up here. If we actually rally up to the point, and I think I got filled at like 1.3 or something like that. If we rally up to the point with like 2.6 here, I'm going to be taking that off. I'd sell half on a double and get that risk-free trade. I mean, if they want to do that, fine. I suppose I can live with that. But I would actually prefer that they just do this. So we'll see how it goes. But, this is a great example. Buying when they're crying, right? Selling when they're yelling. When that idiot was on that damn SNL talking about fucking how rich he was going to make you, even though he didn't talk a moment about value, that was right here. This is the perfect example of selling when they are yelling. Perfect example. I don't know whether I really want to buy into Doge because, frankly speaking, I don't like Elon Musk and I don't want to endorse him. I don't want to encourage him. I don't want him to have my capital, fucking cocksucker. I want to invest in ideas that the street actually really likes, that are new. Things like Luna, things like LTO. That my site people are like, there's actually really good value. Of course, I'm going to draw all my technical levels and I'll come in at technically appropriate levels. And And, ironically enough, I would actually say Doge is an old story. The story's old now. One name that I absolutely love. You want to see that what I think is going to be the next Doge, and I actually got filled today, is on my Quacker! Quack! I made a lot of money on this one last cycle, so bear with my silly sense of humor. The name of the coin actually used to be called Duck Notes. So that didn't go over very well, so they changed it to Digital Note, or whatever the hell that is. And of course I was loading up here, and you can see we did pretty well. What's interesting about this one now is, ironically enough, if you do things like fog and bombs, actually I can't remember how I did that before. It might have been off of that level. There's actually some upside here. I've got about $500,000 on the books of this thing now. So, hell, take it up top here. 10x, 100x for me. All right, I guess I'll live with that. But this, if there was going to be a new Doge, right? And maybe this is what you have to see Doge do, is come right back down to the bottom, right? Because if you look at Doge, you want to see something scary. What is the similar level on Doge right now to this Duck Notes, right? Big rally, reload zone, getting filled at 78.6s. Let's just go see, just for argument's sake, just where that is on Doge. We'll use Trex. I can't even see what the hell's going on here. Remove drawings. All right. So you see how far they took this thing. This is ridiculous. So 78.6s, which I would consider a nice conservative level to buy, 16 cents. So even now, the price is twice what that sort of stinky level is. Can't touch that. That's for damn sure. But Quacker, I do believe Quacker is at a buying level. It's not bad. I mean, look at that, eh? And do you think there are any other Elon Musks out there in the world? I mean, there's fucking tons of them. They're everywhere. So is somebody going to grab a hold of this piece of shit and do exactly the same nonsense spin that Musk did on Doge? Keep in mind, Doge is worthless. It's a meme coin. It's worthless. He suckered a lot of people out of a lot of money. Could they do the same thing to this one? Sure, why not? But you gotta force yourself to come in and buy at the bottom end of the goddamn range. Don't chase. I've been doing this for 30 years, people. Listen to me now and believe me later. Or how about believe me now and listen to me later? I don't really care, but learn this shit. I'm not doing this to sell site subscriptions. No, there's no sales pitch here. No Google ad revenue. There's nothing. I'm here to try and help you. I tell you, I got filled on this thing this morning. I feel pretty good about that. Buying when they're crying, selling when they're yelling. All right, everybody. That's about all the rant I want to give for you today. I think I summarized a holiday session. Showed you some pretty good levels on a couple names that I think are totally buyable. And I showed you a little piece of shit. Shitcoin 5000 challenge kind of name. Hey, it looks like it's buyable too. So there you go. All right. I think I'll leave it at that for today. Have yourselves an awesome, wonderful rest of your day. Try to play from a position of strength. Don't take no wooden nickels. PMA for the win. All the best. And bye for now.